Wrestling. A lot of action coming your way in the next hour. We'll be seeing Stan Lane in action against Roy Welch.
That's going to be a good match. Also, Bob Armstrong and Jimmy Golden. That's on today's card.
Ray the Candyman Candy takes on the Avenger, and a return match from last week, our television main event.
That's right, a special challenge, really. Ken Lucas and Mr. Olympia take on Dennis Condrey and Randy Rose, the main event today.
A lot of important things are taking place here in the Southeastern Wrestling area. This morning, we were notified by the National Wrestling Alliance that Brad Armstrong is one of 5 young men being considered for Rookie of the Year for the NWA. Once again, Rookie of the Year awards upcoming. Brad Armstrong is one of 5 being considered for that title of Rookie of the Year. Also, the championship picture has changed quite a bit here in the Southeastern Wrestling area. For the first time, Jimmy Golden has gained the Alabama State Heavyweight Championship. Randy Rose and Dennis Condrey back in the driver's seat in tag action. They're the Southeastern Tag Team Champions. We'll be talking to them a little later on and reviewing some interesting videotape on these matches. Robert Fuller has sustained an injury. We do not know the extent at this time. Possible brain damage at the hands of Mr. Saito. We'll be talking with the Tennessee stud, Ron Fuller, about that injury a little later on in today's program. Maybe Ron can bring us up to date on some things. Lady midget wrestlers in the area in the very near future. As we said, a lot of action taking place, and it's taking place in the next hour, so we certainly hope you'll stay with us. Let's go to the ring now for the introduction of our first match of the day. Here's Hal.
Your attention, please. Our first match, 1 fall, 10-minute time limit. Your referee, Marvin Kelly. Marvin Kelly, your referee. Introducing in the corner to my left at 224 pounds from Oklahoma, Roy Welch. Roy Welch. His opponent at 220 pounds from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, Stan Lane. Stan Lane.
Stan Lane, of course, holder of the United States Junior Heavyweight Championship. We're about ready for action to get underway. Television main event upcoming. Special challenge return match. Ken Lucas and Mr. Olympia will take on Dennis Condrey and Randy Rose, the Southeastern Tag Team Champions. We're ready for action. Collar and elbow center of the ring. Roy Welch locking up the left arm with the arm drag on Lane. Both men very cautious going into this match. Lane taking that left arm of Welch. Good reversal by Roy Welch. And Lane goes to the ropes for a means of a break. Roy Welch to be contended with in this U.S. junior category. He's 224 pounds. So it puts him right in the category with Stan Lane. Of course, Stan Lane, the champion. And a lot of outstanding athletes have been challenging Lane for that title, not only here in the Southeastern area where he campaigns, but all around the country. Stan Lane has been defending that title very successfully.
Anytime you put a belt up, of course, or wear a belt, you're subject to a different match every time you get in there. A guy that you may not expect much from can come in there and put on a little extra, even though it's not a title match, and really surprise you. So all credit is due, of course, to Stan Lane, the junior heavyweight champion, for winning the bouts that he wins, because every match is a tough one. Roy Welch here, a veteran of the ring, of course, very experienced and a good opponent for Stan Lane. Welch with a good move to get Lane out of the ring now, and this affords Roy a little break here as he waits for Stan Lane to get back in. It's Roy Welch with the wrist lock. Twist at one time, and Stan Lane now gets down on one knee.
Welch continues to apply the pressure, and of course, according to the standings here, Roy Welch has all to gain in a match like this, especially on television, because it could put him on up from the contendership for the U.S. junior title with a win on television from the champion, even though it's a non-title match.
Being on television is like the football polls, you know. Everybody gets a chance to see it that way. All the officials have a chance to see it on television where they can't be here in person, of course. So it's a big deal to be on TV wrestling, and a good showing by Roy Welch, as Charlie said, will definitely put him up in the category of challenger for that title.
Lane is an outstanding athlete. However, he's one you have to watch for the shortcuts, as in now, pulling those tights for extra leverage. He'll do anything he has to stay in the driver's seat in a match, and especially when it comes to that United States Junior Heavyweight Championship. Pulling the tights, ring official with a little disadvantage there on seeing what is actually happening. Good way out of the hole. Welch makes a good move, but right near the ring, right near the side of the ring, and Stan Lane goes out on the floor.
And Stan Lane was just complaining about Roy Welch using the tights. That does nothing, of course, but get the referee to look a little bit toward Roy Welch now, so it's not a bad tactic to at least throw that in once in a while. It does keep the referee on his toes. The referee today is Marvin Kelly. Little show of strength here as Stan Lane and Roy Welch go at it. 10-minute time limit match. We're approaching the halfway mark. Stan Lane now with the armbar on the takedown on Roy Welch. This is our first match. We've got some coming up that are going to be dandies, Charlie. I'm looking forward to all the matches coming up, and especially that main event, that challenge match.
They wanted a time limit draw last week, and Lucas and Lindsay said they wanted a rematch. They've got it today on television. That is our television main event. I think it's real exciting talking about junior heavyweights. Lane and Welch, two excellent junior heavyweights, but another, Brad Armstrong, 1 of 5 in contention for the NWA Rookie of the Year award. And that's exciting news not only for Brad, but for all the fans here in the southeastern area.
It truly is, in a very deserving position for Brad Armstrong. Good move by Roy Welch. He comes off the rope, ducks under an elbow, comes in with a high block for the count of 1, the count of 2. Stan Lane kicks out just in time as the action picks up now. Both men have evidently felt each other out. And now they're going at it. Roy Welch trying to wrap him up for the count of 1. The count of... Well, he reverses it to Stan Lane and gets the pin.
It's a pin with possible use of the tights there. Your winner...
Roy Welch is complaining about that, but to no avail.
Your winner of the match, the United States Junior Heavyweight Champion from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, Stan Lane. Coming out to join us, Ron Bass, along with Dennis Condrey and Randy Rose, the Southeastern Tag Team Champions. You gentlemen have regained the titles. The way that you gained the titles back is certainly questionable, and the question has to do with Ron Bass. Let's roll the videotape and see what the action looks like in the arena. Bob and Brad Armstrong defending the Southeastern Tag titles against Randy Rose and Dennis Condrey.
Mr. Bob, we want you to see how we capture our titles back again. We told you that the Armstrongs was just holding those titles for us because they got a little heavy. And now we have them back. We're going to carry them for a long, long time, Charlie Platt. And watch Bob Armstrong, the cheater. Rule breaker, calling us cheaters. If you see that plain as day, and there's no possible way you could have missed that, Charlie Platt, right in front of your eyes.
You know, Bob Armstrong is a wild man, Mr. Platt. Everybody knows that. Time after time, he threw us out of the ring, back into the ring, out of the ring, gouging us in the eyes with his fingers. Fist, everything. But, baby, you know what Armstrong did, don't you? They jumped out of the frying pan and into the fire, baby, because we got our belts right back.
And once again,
Charlie Platt, I'm an unbiased bystander. I was watching this match all night long, and as Condrey Rose said, Armstrong did nothing but break the rules all night long. He threw Dennis Condrey out of the ring, falling to the floor, and proceeded to use foreign objects, everything else on Dennis Condrey. But still yet, Condrey and Rose are still your champion. So, Bob Armstrong, anything you want to do got countered, and it went against you, my friend.
Right, we were ready for him. We're ready. You see this leg here? When we get a person down, we know when to keep him down. That is just good wrestling. And look at that. Superior. Did you see that?
Saw Bob Armstrong with the advantage.
Watch the fist, Charlie Platt. Look at this, fist. This is a wrestling. We are wrestling champions. That's what we want to be, but they won't let us be wrestling champions. We try every time we get in the ring with the Armstrongs or anyone to be wrestling champions, but they push us. They push over the top.
See, right there's what I was talking about, Charlie Platt. He threw him over the top and proceeded to come down and punch him with foreign objects or whatever. Myself being a bystander, I wanted to break this up. Somebody can get hurt like that, Charlie Platt. And I was just there to see that it didn't happen.
We appreciate it, Ron Bass. We appreciate it.
Look at me, that turned on me. I haven't done nothing to nobody, and the man turns around and gets
Here
on me.
you're going into your tights, pulling out some object that appears to be a chain, wrapping it around your hand,
came down
and using that hard
see
part.
that they didn't get hurt.
Right here's the bottom line, right here, Jack. 1, 2, 3. That's the bottom line.
With the outside interference of Ron Bass.
No, Charlie Platt.
You
I
Never
defended
seen Ron Bass
myself.
step
It's
into the
all I
ring
have
at
to
one
do, my
time. He
friend.
came down to help us just congratulate us on our fantastic win and the Southeastern champions. One more time, which number's 4.
And if you'll notice real closely, Mr. Saito was nowhere around.
We stick strictly by the rules.
There you have your Southeastern Tag Team Champions, and as they say, for the 4th time, Randy Rose and Dennis Condrey. More action upcoming on Southeastern Championship Wrestling. Stay with us. It's title night. 4 championship matches, 6 matches in all for the Southeastern Heavyweight Championship. Mr. Saito defends against the Tennessee stud Ron Fuller. Southeastern Tag Team title. Dennis Condrey and Randy Rose defend their titles against Ken Lucas and Mr. Olympia. At a special event, Bob Armstrong takes on Ron Bass for the Alabama State Heavyweight Championship. Jimmy Golden defends his title against Ray the Candyman Candy. U.S. Junior title match. Stan Lane goes against Brad Armstrong, plus a special ladies midget match. Diamond Leo takes on Barbie Doll. That's Monday night, championship night, 4 title matches, 6 matches in all. Birmingham's Balpel Auditorium at 8:30 p.m. 4 outstanding championship matches is coming Monday night in Balpel Auditorium. Special challenge, Bob Armstrong will take on Ron Bass, and Brad Armstrong, the former U.S. Junior Heavyweight Champion, gets his shot at that title against Stan Lane. Let's hear the comments of Stan Lane and Ron Bass.
Brad, what seems to be the problem, my son, huh? Your mama's told you, your grandparents have begged not to do it, your adolescent little young lady friends that hang around your room have said, please don't do it, Brad. Don't sign any more matches with Stan Lane. He's too good for you. He's too strong, he's too big, he's too tough, and he is the champion. What's your problem?
You know, Stan, while you're taking care of the little punk worms, you know, I got the old man. The old man comes around and he says, Bass, I'm looking for you, my friend. You hurt me once. Let's see you do it again. I don't think you're man enough to do it again. Well, Bob Armstrong, let me point out one thing to you, my friend. I don't run from nothing that walks, lives, breathes, swims, or anything, my friend. And you're not through today yet. Let's just see if you find the big outlaw, my friend.
Brad, this coming Monday night, your chance at the U.S. Junior title.
Exactly right. Stan Lane, he is tough. He's a super athlete, otherwise he wouldn't be the champion. But I tell you, I've wrestled him before, and I've watched his matches. I've watched every time that he wrestles, and I might just have a surprise for him coming up.
Bob?
As far as Bass hurting me, I ain't going to sit up here and lie to nobody. He hurt me bad. There's very few times in your life when you think, am I going to live or am I going to die? But I thought about it when he hit me with that heart punch because my old heart stopped, skipped a few beats. Now, I'm going to tell you something, boy. When I get to Boutwell, all I want to do is come into that building, put on my shoes, and go straight to that ring. I don't want no semifinal matches. I don't want no main event matches, no lights out. I just want to go first match with you. I want to go and see you, the first person I see when I get to Birmingham. I want to see Big Mouth Ron Bass across the ring for me because I owe you. Me and Brad fought hard. We won those tag titles. Now Condrey and Rose are the champions, just like they predicted all the time. But you gonna pay for it, boy. You gonna pay for it bad, because I hurt, and now you gonna hurt in Boutwell. First match. No time to think about it. Just get in there and get it in Boutwell.
A lot of exciting action taking place in the arenas throughout the Southeastern wrestling area. The midget girls will be on hand in the very near future, and they'll be coming to many places here in the Southeastern wrestling area. Wednesday, the 10th of June, they'll be wrestling in Brewton, the National Guard Armory, and on Friday, the 12th, in Sims, Alabama. With me now, Randy Rose and Dennis Condrey, the Southeastern Tag Team Champions. And you two are, again, with the titles, but there's a team very close on your heels, and that is Ken Lucas and Mr. Olympia.
You know, Mr. Platt, we don't want to sit out here and brag and boast. We're not that type of guys. Only thing we like to do is sit out here and state facts. We told you we'd win these belts back, and here they are.
Let's hear the comments now of Ken Lucas and Mr. Olympia.
Rose and Condrey,
you're looking at Mr. Olympia, somebody that just loves chasing you, Randy Rose, Dennis Condrey, and I got a surprise for you. This is one of the surprises right here, and it's Ken Lucas, famous for the sleeper hold. And we also have a second surprise, don't we, Ken?
That's right. You know, I've been working with Jerry very, very hard, been doing a lot of workouts, and I'm teaching Jerry the sleeper hold now. It's not 100% accurate, but when we get it right, there's going to be a lot of things changed, Jerry. You know, Condrey and Mr. Rose is the champions right now. They're in the driver's seat. But you got two gentlemen that's breathing right down your back, and we're going to work out hard. We're going to take care of ourselves, and it's going to be two minds thinking as one. And when we get this little sleeper hold 100% accurate, I'll guarantee you one thing, Condrey and Rose, you guys be ready, because we're going to come at you guys 100%. And remember the name, Lucas and Olympia. Lucas and Olympia. Don't forget it, because we're going to be right down your throat day and night till we get those belts.
Definitely a team to be reckoned with.
How about that, cuz? Lucas and the Halloween Reject. That sounds a little bit better, don't it? Well, you can breathe and you can run. You can chase us like dogs with your little mask on, P-head Jerry Stubbs. But it ain't going to work, because we're champions, and we will remain champions.
Your attention, please. Our next match, one fall, 10-minute time limit. Introducing in the corner to my left at 228 pounds from Marietta, Georgia, Bob Armstrong. His opponent at 232 pounds, the Alabama heavyweight champion. From Montgomery, Jimmy Golden.
All right, Golden, the new holder of that Alabama State title, as we told you a little earlier in today's program. We're ready for action. Main eventer anywhere in the country. Bob Armstrong, Marietta, Georgia. Against that Alabama State heavyweight champion, Jimmy Golden. From behind, it's Golden with the ride. Good move by Arms. Arm twist and drag, and he, puts that in there. Wants the count. Armstrong is out for revenge today, I believe. He's been through some very tough matches recently, Al.
Well, you know, he's had leg damage. He has had a heart punch given to him. He's just really been bombed here lately. And as you said, he is out to prove something here. And Jimmy Golden is one man that just happens to be in the way right now. Let's see how Bob handles it.
Very tense, Bob Armstrong. Side headlock by Jimmy Golden. Blocked by Arms. Reversal, and Arm uses the fist on Golden.
And timeout for Jimmy Golden as he has run into a buzzsaw in the person of Bob Armstrong right now. Referee Marvin Kelly giving the count to Golden to get back in there. The count of 10 is what he has. He's in now. And we get back in it. Jimmy Golden backing up, complaining about the fists of Bob Armstrong. He says, open them up. A boot to the midsection staggers Armstrong. Then what looks like from our advantage, a thumb to the throat did some more damage. And Golden now in the corner. Armstrong with one, with two vicious, and a third shot. Sends Golden down to the canvas. Bob Armstrong looking to the crowd, and a tremendous smash to the forehead. Armstrong with a headbutt on Jimmy Golden. It's all been Bob Armstrong so far in this match. Golden with his hands behind his back, asking for mercy. No deal, says Armstrong. He comes in with a boot, and then eats it. Armstrong on top with a count of 2, but not in time as Golden kicks out. Golden with a hard slash to the throat. Armstrong stunned. Into the turnbuckle goes Bob Armstrong. Now Jimmy Golden starts working on Bob Armstrong. Into the turnbuckle again. The shoulder butt is missed.
There's the abdominal stretch. Wait a minute. Bass coming in the ring. Bass coming in the ring, doubling up. There's that chain. There's that chain. Bass is getting carried out. Good. Good move by Arms. Brad Armstrong's in there. The Candyman comes in. Bob Armstrong going after Bass. He's got that chain. He's got the chain, wrapping it around the hand of Bass and stomping. Bob Armstrong getting this, turning that hand into part of the mat. Did you see that?
see him hard punch somebody else. Let's see him hard punch somebody with that hand now.
Bob Armstrong coming by. That interference in that match. And
That hand looks like it's pretty well damaged, very sensitive.
we'll be talking with a lot of champions on Personality Profile coming up next on Southeastern Championship Wrestling. Special championship edition of Personality Profile here on Southeastern Championship Wrestling. We'll be talking about a specific night upcoming as promoted by International Sports Incorporated, where 4 titles will be defended in one night. 3 regional titles, the Southeastern Heavyweight title, the Southeastern Tag titles, the Alabama State Heavyweight Championship, and 1 national title, the United States Junior Heavyweight title. You'll notice with me now all champions, the tag champions, the Alabama champion, Jimmy Golden, Stan Lane, the U.S. Junior Heavyweight champion, and we'd like to talk to Mr. Saito, the Southeastern Heavyweight champion, who'll be defending his title against the man who has held that title on many occasions, the Tennessee stud, Ron Fuller.
Jimmy Golden, thank you very much, American Dollar. I like American Dollar. Next, no food. You never take my belt because you're skinny legs, skinny arms, everything is skinny because I'm tough Japanese.
Coming to Mr. Saito, Al Roberts is standing by in another studio with the comments from the challenger, Ron Fuller.
Thank you, Charlie. And Ron, Mr. Saito is always tough, but in a championship situation, it's got to be a little bit tougher.
Well, that's right, Al, and I've got a lot more to shoot for than in a normal match. After what happened to my brother because of Saito, I'm certainly looking forward to this championship match. I've been kind of dinkering around with Jimmy Golden a long time. I'm looking forward to getting a title shot. I noticed that there's 4 champions there, and I don't see any of them that should be, the belt should be right here, and certainly one of them's going to be here after this championship night. I'd also like to congratulate International Sports Incorporated for putting this together. I know it's cost them a lot of money, and I'm sure Saito's proud of his money, but he's not going to make nearly so much after he loses the title.
Comments of Ron Fuller, Charlie.
Stan Lane is the United States Junior Heavyweight Champion, and Stan, you defend this title all across the United States. You've been on tours of the West Coast, up through the Midwestern part of the country, and very soon you'll be defending it against a man who held that title for quite some time, Brad Armstrong.
You know, Charlie Platt, I look forward to every dawn that comes my way, every morning, because I wake up and I look a little better, and I seem to wrestle a little better every day of my life. I just got through with an overweight, obese man by the name of Jerry Stubbs. Now I got to go in there ring against a young adolescent guy named Brad Armstrong. Well, I've beaten the guy before. Let me just say this. Bring your fake ID, do your homework early, and tell all your pre-pubescent girlfriends to not let you stay up so late, because you're going against a man, brother.
Here's Al Roberts with the comments of Brad Armstrong.
Brad, this is a big match, of course, for the title, and also a lot of people will be watching this match. Some officials, of course, as you are very well aware of, you're up for Rookie of the Year, but I know that is in the back of your mind when you've got to go against a man like Stan Lane.
You know, Al, me and Dad have been wrestling tag teams a lot lately, and a lot of people have been saying I've been leaning on Dad. I've been using Dad as a crutch, kind of like, but I'm real happy I got this match in a one-on-one competition because I got something to prove to the people as well as to myself.
Good luck to you, Brad, in that match, and Charlie, back to you.
The Alabama State Heavyweight Champion, Jimmy Golden, for a short time has held that title, and he'll be going up against a very capable man. He'll be outsized by several pounds. We're talking about Ray Candy.
Well, that's exactly right. He's a big man, and I'm going to be losing about 60 pounds to Ray Candy because he is a big man, over 300 pounds, I'm sure. But if you'll take a look at this, this is some kind of pretty piece of equipment. This is the Alabama heavyweight title. That means that I am the best in the whole state of Alabama. And Ray Candy, you have no business stepping in the ring with a champion like myself. You know something that happens to a fattening hog? When you get on him and ride him, brother, he starts sweating and he starts blowing up, and he'll be out of shape for too long. Before I'm through with you, though, Ray Candy, you're going to be in good condition, brother. You're going to be in good shape.
Now some comments from the challenger, Ray Candy.
Ray, what about this match with Jimmy Golden? He's a tough opponent.
Well, I want to say one thing. I don't care what kind of animal it is. If you keep trying to get after this animal and hurting him, after a while, he going to get mad enough to fight. And some of them out, you know, some of them can win, too. And this is one going to win. When I put my Candyman Splash 320 pounds on this little stick called Jimmy Golden, I'm going to be representing the whole state of Alabama. That's all I got to say about it.
Ray Candy, Charlie.
Randy Rose and Dennis Condrey once again in the driver's seat in tag competition here in the Southeastern area. They are the Southeastern Tag Champions.
Well, first of all, Charlie Platts, you should be honored to be sitting with the finest, the best, the champions right here. That's why we got the belts. We told you the Armstrongs were carrying them for us long ago. Well, they carried them just long enough. We have them back. We're the champions. Now we have a fella called the Pillsbury Doughboy and the Halloween Reject. Says he's in the Olympics. But P-Head Jerry Stubbs, we know where you came from.
Let's hear the comments of Mr. Olympia and his partner, Ken Lucas.
Very big match. You've taken them on before, gentlemen. This is a championship match, of course, and a night of champions. Does it mean something special to you, Mr. Olympia?
Well, that's right. You know, I'm not out here to cut your Rose and Condrey because I know you're a good team. You are a darn good team. But myself and Ken Lucas, every time we step in the ring with you, Condrey and Rose, you'll never forget my name, Mr. Olympia and Ken Lucas, because you'll know we've been there.
To make a successful team, it's two minds thinking as one, and myself and Jerry's working out right now. We've got our body and mind correct with our physical mind, and that's the main important thing. We're not going to sell these guys short. Like Jerry said, they are the champions, but we're going to do one thing, and that's we're going to defeat those men.
Relatively new team in the Mr. Olympia and Ken Lucas, but a very formidable team indeed. Charlie?
Should be interesting to see 4 titles defended on one night of professional wrestling. That's our profile for today.
Your attention, please. Our next match, 1 fall, 10-minute time limit. Introducing in the corner to my left, at 320 pounds from Atlanta, Georgia, Ray, the Candyman Candy, Ray Candy. His opponent, at 218 pounds from parts unknown, the Avenger, Avenger.
The Avenger taking on the Candyman, Ray Candy, on Southeastern Championship Wrestling. Still to come, our television main event. And that will be tag action, Lucas and Olympia against Condrey and Rose. Avenger coming out quick against the Candyman. The Candyman, hard right. The Candyman again. Unloading on the Avenger, takes his man up. Full body slam, and going on that second rope. This is the Candyman smash. And that's it. It's over. Your winner of the match from Atlanta, Georgia, Ray, the Candyman Candy, in very short time. I'd like to ask Ray to come over and join us. Ray has been recently a big winner in the elimination match taking place here in the Southeastern Wrestling area. Welcome back, Ray, and we have some videotape of the closing finals of the elimination match. Let's go into the arena, and here we see you and Ron Bass in the ring.
Well, Ron Bass is a big man. It's tough, too.
This elimination match taking place, winner of $10,000 in one night, plus a trophy. Bass, as you said, a big man, and you'll see other wrestlers stationed around the ring. When a man is tagged, he must go into the ring and compete. These is the final few minutes of this big elimination match we're watching now.
Right, you can see the test of strength, but you can see the sweet man took it over. You see the Candy Man got his strength. I don't think he liked that. See, a man like Bass ain't cross my name Candy that I'm a pushover. But I've been around a while. I know how to take care of myself. Let's see, he having some talk with Jimmy Golden, the turncoat. There you go, there you go.
The Candyman.
Put that Candyman splash on.
Now Golden coming in the ring. Golden's your next opponent.
Yes, sir. Put that Candyman splash on that Bass. They tried to double team it here. Everything they done that night went wrong. They couldn't keep the sweet man down. They thought that because I was a new guy around, they didn't pay me much attention, you know. But I come out on top. Won that trophy, won that money, feeling good. Can buy more candy from my kids and throw it to them. Look at Jimmy go, he's right where he should be. Put that Candyman splash on both of them. Look at that trophy, that big, beautiful trophy.
And the big winner of the night, Ray the Candyman Candy. Congratulations.
Thank you a lot, Charlie. Appreciate that. I want it for the people. The one thing I want to say, kids, when you see the Candy Man there, come on out because you know you got some candy coming.
Ray the Candyman Candy will continue in Southeastern Championship Wrestling in just a moment. Lineup of Southeastern Championship Wrestling coming your way this Monday night. Mouthful Auditorium, Birmingham, Alabama. Match time is 8:30. Special championship night, 4 title matches. The Southeastern Heavyweight Championship. Mr. Saito defended against the Tennessee stud Ron Fuller. Southeastern tag titles of Dennis Condrey and Randy Rose go on the line against Mr. Olympia and his partner Ken Lucas. U.S. Junior title, Stan Lane takes on Brad Armstrong. And for the Alabama State Heavyweight Championship, Jimmy Golden will defend that title against Ray the Candyman Candy. Let's hear the comments of champion Jimmy Golden.
Big, tough, 300-pound Ray Candy. You know something there, Mr. Candy? I used to be in the hog-killing business. I am well experienced at butchering hogs. And you know something, my friend? I'm going to take you and cut you up in about 4 different places, and I'm going to spread you all over that ring, sonny boy. I'm going to wear you out in that ring. I'm going to sweat some of that fat off of you, boy. You've been eating too much candy. That's what's wrong with you. And when it's all said and done, I want you to get down on your knees and call me Mr. Golden, Boss Golden, because this is it right here, baby. This is where it's all at, and it's around my waist. You too big to get it around your fat belly, son. You get ready for a good licking in Birmingham.
Ray?
Well, it looked like he's too big to wear it. He's wearing it on his ability, and I sure have the know-how. Now all I'm lacking is one thing, and that is the people behind me. I need the people to come out and support me and give me that drive. I want the mamas and the papas to bring the kids, because when I go out there and see all them kids and give them that candy, it's going to make me so happy that I'm going to go out and whoop Golden for the title.
This Monday night, Mouthful Auditorium, 4 championship matches. Match time is 8:30. Joining me now, the Tennessee stud Ron Fuller. Ron, a lot of things have taken place in the last week here in the southeastern area. A lot of things that affect your brother and your family.
That's right, Charlie. I said all along that I didn't like the idea of a bounty, and it got the job done that Golden wanted done. And my brother's out of action now, and I don't know how long he's going to be out of action. Even the doctors can't tell me how long. And you've got a piece of film here that I think more than explains the situation. It's going to show something that I think is the most despicable thing. This is not only something that concerns Jimmy Golden and Saito and Bass and the people in the ring. This ends up involving Condrey, Rose, Lane. Everybody is helping Golden here to get rid of that bounty money, and I think he gave it to Saito and paid him off for this. And like I said, I think it's the most despicable thing I've seen since I've been around wrestling. Right now, I don't have a brother to wrestle with.
This match, Ron, excuse me, this match was supposed to be between you and your brother, Saito and Bass.
That's exactly
Jimmy
right.
Golden was manager and ended up in the ring.
And ended up in the ring, naturally. And right there you can see Robert had him pinned in the ropes, and Saito came from behind and hooked that sleeper on him. And at that point, you can see that Bass and I were outside the ring. Well, Golden just came outside the ring, and what they're doing is trying to keep me occupied until they can hurt Robert. And a sleeper hole is a very dangerous hole anyhow, but if you're in the sleeper hole as long as Robert is here, and you're going to see the referee did his best to get him off his back there, but he goes right back, he puts that sleeper hole again, and he's just hanging on to it. And that's cutting off all the blood to your brain, and right here I knew he was in trouble. I'm trying to crawl or anything I can, but I got 2 guys on me, and they're just simply keeping him off. Right there, the referee tried again. Saito rammed him back into the turnbuckles, and he's right back there again, holding that sleeper hole. Now, at this point, Robert's been out probably 30 seconds, maybe even a minute. And you can see here Mr. Olympia's come to help, but Bass is waiting on him. I think they had sat and talked about this strategy. They wanted to get to this point in the match. There you can see Lane's coming. He's just coming to reinforce Bass and Golden, just in case anybody else shows up to try to get into the ring. Bass is keeping Olympia out. Both Lane and Golden are working on me at this point, just keeping me away from there. I'm trying to crawl or fight or whatever I can do to get there. Here comes Roy Welch down to help out, to try to help me to get into the ring. And here you can see 2 more skunks arriving on the scene, Condrey and Rose.
The damage is being done by Saito.
You can't believe it. Look at it. He's still got the sleeper. This is very, very, well, not only, I don't suffice it to say it's dangerous. My brother's out now. He's not going to be wrestling, and the doctors don't know how long before he'll be wrestling. As you can see, they're just simply keeping people out of the ring. Everybody's doing the best they can to get in there and break it up, but Saito is just hanging on. He's still got that sleeper that he had probably 3 minutes ago. And now you can see Lucas come down, and at this point, I guess they figured that they had done the job, and they certainly had. They'd accomplished what they wanted to accomplish. And you can see here that everybody's scooting out of the ring there. There goes the last rat, Rose, and at this point, we're going to attempt to wake Robert up. And Kenny tried to wake him up here, and Kenny, as you know, is a master of sleeper hold. And he tried his best. We probably spent a good 5 minutes. We threw ice on him. We threw water on him. Kenny tried to wake him up 4 or 5 different times and couldn't do it. Had no luck whatsoever, and then we finally just had to carry him out. Carry him back to the dressing room. You can see Kenny's really working on him and doing the best he can to bring him around. A lot of people are very, very concerned at this point, and certainly I'm the most concerned of anybody. There I sent one of his boys at ringside to get me some water or get some ice or something. And Kenny's still working, trying to get that circulation coming. But when you've got his circulation cut off for that length of time, right here, I'm really panicking. I got to get him too. You know, and I know he's been out long enough, and like I say, we ended up carrying him out of the ring. And,
I was talking to Ken after this incident, Ron, and he said that after the sleeper is applied, you only have so much time to wake a man up before damage is done. But in this case, it's very questionable because Saito, as you can see, held that sleeper so long.
They held it so long, and there's no circulation of the brain, and you guys did it. You guys accomplished what you set out to do, Golden. You've accomplished it. But let me tell you something. I've been around here a long time, Jimmy Golden, and I'm addressing this to you and Saito specifically. I came back to this part of the country. I had one goal, and that was to kick your butt in every kind of match imaginable, Golden, and I did it. But that ain't the goal I got anymore. From now on, boys, it's going to be hurt and pain. I'm going to do whatever I can do. I'm going to send people to the hospital every night if need be. I'm going to send you, Golden. I'm going to send Saito. I'm going to send Bass. I'm going to send anybody and everybody I can. You all going, boys. Every one of you are going. It's just a matter of time.
Tennessee scrub Ron Pillow very upset about this whole situation, rightfully so. We're about ready for our television main event to get underway. Let's go to the ring. Here's Al Roberts. Your attention, please. Our next match, one fall TV time remaining. This is a special challenge match. Introducing in the corner to my left, at a combined weight of 448 pounds, Ken Lucas and Mr. Olympia. Lucas and Olympia. Their opponents, the current Southeastern Tag Team Champions, at a combined weight of 472 pounds, Dennis Condrey and Randy Rose. Condrey and Rose. Rose and Condrey, the Southeastern Tag Champions, in this special challenge against Lucas and Mr. Olympia. This is a non-title match, of course. Returned from last week, it went to a time limit draw, and television time remaining on this match. Lucas has been working with Mr. Olympia on that sleeper hold, and they're making an excellent tag team combination. That's all there is to it, Al. They are tough. There's a lot to it, Charlie, than just a match here. There is a lot of bad blood between these two teams. They have respect for each other. It's just, I'm not going to say that they don't, but there is a lot of bad blood, and I believe we're in for one heck of a fight. Randy Rose with a flying elbow misses. Oh, good arm drag takedown by Mr. Olympia on Randy Rose. Ken Lucas has been tagged in, and he is in there now. Ken Lucas on a side headlock on Randy Rose. Side headlock. Oh, with this good shoulder smack by Luke coming off. And another reversal by Lucas with the takedown arm drag. A lot of speed up there right now, Charlie. A lot of speed shown by Ken Lucas and Mr. Olympia on Randy Rose, who has not been able to tag in his partner, Dennis Condrey. Tag is made, though, with Mr. Olympia. He comes in and begins to work again on that left arm of Randy Rose. Going to twist it one more time. Cutting off a lot of circulation makes that hand and lower arm very, very useless for a minute or two. Oh, Randy Rose with a good move. Kicks out. But Olympia
with the arm drag takedown and the arm bar.
4 outstanding athletes in that ring right now. The tag champions, Rose and Condrey, Mr. Olympia, and Kenny Lucas.
You know, we mentioned, Charlie, that Olympia and Lucas is a relatively new team, but they have come on so quickly. They have come on so quickly that they are now a top-notch, make no doubt about it, championship caliber team.
Arm twist by Luke. Bars that arm in. Rose looking for some sort of leverage on the feet, but Lucas quickly tags Olympia in. And he continues to key on that arm. Headbutt by Randy Rose. Condrey taking advantage of that situation over on the ropes, choking Olympia. This, of course, a return from last week, and there's that headbutt again. Snap-mirror takedown by Condrey, and Condrey keying in on the left arm. Condrey applying that pressure, bringing that arm up. Doing a lot as far as pressure on those muscles, bringing it up. First action of this match for Condrey. He takes a takedown from Mr. Olympia, but Condrey is up quickly. Puts him to his partner. Then comes over to Ken Lucas. Now the tag with Randy Rose. Rose comes in. Go to the midsection. Randy Rose beginning to assert himself now on Mr. Olympia. And there you see those fingers going into the throat of Olympia. Rose and Condrey. And again. Rose and Condrey determined in this match. They went to a time limit draw last week. And double clothesline coming off of that rope. Randy Rose now taunting Mr. Olympia, and Olympia responds. Olympia coming on strong, but Dennis Condrey is over there. Olympia winds up at 2-on-1. Ken Lucas was going to get involved, but decided to back off. Olympia going for the leg tag. He makes the tag to Lucas. Lucas in. All 4 men in the ring right now. Lucas takes Condrey in, puts that sleeper. Ken Lucas has the sleeper. And another sleeper. Double sleeper. 2 sleepers. This is what Ken Lucas has been working on with Mr. Olympia. Rose battles his way out. Hard right by Lucas, and Rose goes through the ropes out on the floor. Lucas pounding away at Dennis Condrey. Randy Rose has a board. Wait a minute. The referee is out. And Mr. Olympia nails Rose with that board. He's out. He is out in the center of the ring. That backfired on Rose and Condrey. Olympia. And now they're keeping Condrey and Stan Lane out of the ring. Condrey trying to grab Rose. muscle. Being carried from our television arena. There you see Mr. Olympia nailing Condrey with Rose with that board that he brought in the ring, and we'll be back with more action on Southeastern Wrestling in just a moment. Alabama's Bountiful Auditorium, 8:30 p.m., an all-star lineup of Southeastern Wrestling. It's title night, 4 championship matches, 6 matches in all for the Southeastern Heavyweight Championship. Mr. Saito defends against the Tennessee stud Ron Fuller. Southeastern Tag Team title. Dennis Condrey and Randy Rose defend their titles against Ken Lucas and Mr. Olympia. At a special event, Bob Armstrong takes on Ron Bass for the Alabama State Heavyweight Championship. Jimmy Golden defends his title against Ray the Candyman Candy. U.S. Junior title match. Stan Lane goes against Brad Armstrong, plus a special ladies midget match. Diamond Leo takes on Barbie Doll. That's Monday night, championship night, 4 title matches, 6 matches in all. Birmingham's Bountiful Auditorium at 8:30 p.m. 4 title matches. The Southeastern Heavyweight title of Mr. Saito goes on the line against the Tennessee stud Ron Fuller. And the tag titles of Dennis Condrey and Randy Rose are up against Mr. Olympia and Ken Lucas. Let's go to another studio and get the comments of Mr. Saito, Rose, and Condrey.
American people know that I'm tough Japanese because I love out the food. Tough neck. He's a hospital now. Jim Gordon paid me $10,000 American dollar. Now, tall, skinny brother, long footer, and the pencil neck, snub neck again. Hold on just a minute here. Look at the stubs. It ain't gonna happen. It can't happen. Everybody on national TV saw you. You brought a board in there and you hit my cousin over the head with it. Everybody saw it, baby. Everybody. He's out indefinitely. I don't have a partner. What you people don't understand is we just won those belts. I don't want to forfeit up.
Dennis Condrey and Mr. Saito, you have your chance at Saito for that title.
That's exactly right. I've already said how I feel about this situation, but come Monday night in Boutwell Auditorium, Jeff, you better bring your 10 grand because you're going to need it in the hospital. You're going to be spending some of that money in the hospital, and I'm going to win that title. I don't know what's going to happen during the evening, but at the end of the evening, I'm going to win that championship, and I'm going to win this one for my brother, man. He's going to be seeing that belt. I'm taking it to him Tuesday morning, and he's going to be enjoying it just as much as I am.
Mr. Olympia.
You know, Charlie Platt, what goes around comes around. It may not be the day after. It may not be the week after. But, buddy, what goes around comes around. And Randy Rose, I loved it. I loved every minute of it. Ken, did we love it? We love it, don't we?
You ain't a kid, we loved it. You know what's real funny, Charlie? Do you hear what Condrey said? He says, I may not have a partner. Well, that's just real tough, Condrey, because I'm going to tell you one thing for sure. Retribution's a very great thing. Whatever you do to somebody, you get paid back for. That's in the laws. But I'll guarantee you one thing. When myself and Mr. Olympia come to get you, we don't care whether you have a partner or not because we're going to come to beat you.
4 title matches in all this Monday night. Birmingham's Boutwell Auditorium at 8:30. A lot of action today on Southeastern Championship Wrestling. Briefly running down what has taken place in that opening match. Stan Lane, your winner. Bob Armstrong and Jimmy Golden interference on that match. Ray Candy over the Avenger. And you saw the outcome of that last tag match. A lot of action coming your way next week. Certainly hope you'll make your plans to join us.